Hey everybody, it's Mike from Growtopia, and if you're new to the channel, or you're new to watching, and you're new to growing, Mike forgot his next line. It is Mike in Growtopia, how everything starts from start to finish. Well, you're not going to get the finish, you're not going to get the medium, but you're going to get the beginning, right? So, these guys obviously are my tropicals, especially Mr. Spiny Pete over here, which is really fun. Yes, I got dirt under my nails. Unfortunately, I like to grow stuff and I don't wash my hands. Well, I do wash my hands, I just don't pick under my nails. Cry about it. Alright, so we got our Amish paste, green tomatoes, our San Manzinos, our Big Mamas, our Tiny Tims, our Aleheim, our jalapeno, and Jamaican Scotch bonnet peppers. Our new installment, which is the cotton down below, and our black booty, why do I always say that? Black beauty zucchinis. Now, of course, we had 15 at one point. You can see like some of them die, and that's why we plant so much extra. Now, what's the dead in the corner? Well, this is my calamine. This is my what the hell are these things called? It's great. I always start awesome videos. These are my citronella plants that I had bought, and they grew super big. They're a great friend to tomato plants, and I brought them inside for the winter, kept watering them, and eventually they died in the corner. But don't worry, people, they did have light from these two racks and those two racks. So, and then I got my horrible disasters. We're not going to discuss those. It's weird, they die and then they come back, but then they don't do anything. So, yeah, we're not going to go into those. So what's left over on this section here, nothing's hooked up to a heat mat at all except for the peppers. So, in case you guys are wondering. Everything got lights, but no heat outside the pepper tray. Got our basil Genesis, we got our basil large Italian. We have our blanket flower, our hollyhook, our leaf, lance leaf, our foxgloves are coming in nice. Our delph and whatever's. Our Irish bells were doing good, and then they kind of fell over. So I don't know what happened. Our mystery tag. Our switch green, which is here. Our little blue stem, and our Indian grass is coming in slowly. And down here we have our loofahs. So you can see like the loofahs want to go outside. Also our cucumbers. You can see back here, not a lot of them are still alive. It just happens, but we can also replant them. Our sweet corn, I'm not really worried about. I was playing around with if we can plant them early. Yes, you can see some dryness on them. But actually got really hot in here, so I did actually have a little bit of an issue. But this is not the only room. So we keep the door closed because there's a coffee plant in there. You want to keep it away from your pets. So let's go into our next room here, which is our bedroom. Whew! It is warm in here. So our bedroom has a lot of different stuff growing in here, especially a snowman, Santa Claus with a wreath on him as well. This is over here is actually a broccoli romachessa, which is really cool. But because I didn't harvest it right away, it went to flower. So I think it's really beautiful. I'm crazy that way, right? Such as the let's say citronella. Oh my god, I got too many words in my head. Such as the, where is the tag to help me? In case you guys are probably screaming it, is our, oh my god, cilantro. Whew, it's so warm. It's super humid in here. I gotta hook up the solar powered fan literally today. And this is citronella. This is cilantro that you would put on your food. Super strong. Tastes super good. Back here, he's like, as he spits it off camera, is our Brussels sprouts that I've been experimenting with. That actually I found out you can actually grow through the winter. So having them inside is horrible. Especially in here. In the winter, it's not bad. But then I got to really put them outside. And the other plant that's over there is also the same thing as well. It's the broccoli romachessa. So, in case you guys are wondering, there is thermometers in here. And we're sitting at 70 degrees soil temp. With no heat in this room at all. And I got to put, yes, I have, that's how my solar fans work. There's a piece of insulation foam, 2 fans that I literally plop in my window. I'll show you guys how that works. If I can figure out how to position you guys. Okay. It sucks using a cell phone versus like, I don't know, whatever. So, I'm going to move the curtain. And we pop open the window. Hey, there's a cricket in here from last year. Get out of here, little fucker. I don't know how you're still alive. So this is our fans. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So our fans. I forgot which way they sit. It's gonna be a really fun video. I think they sat this way. Plug them in. Look, come on. Alright, so being there's absolutely no power coming from the solar panel at this moment, they will sit. I think that's how they sat last time around. But eventually what they'll do is from the solar panel, which we gotta go take a look at, which also sends us to our next fun and growing area. So certain stuff, if I want to try to run it through the winter, like those are my experiments. If I don't want to run it through the winter and I want to get it out there to grow, it goes outside. And a solar panel somewhere on the roof, but also one of my buddies, my security camera that's watching everything I'm doing. Anyway, so over in the shade house, which gets hotter than everything, as you guys can see, there is another one of those wireless thermometers. We have a lot of cleaning to do in here, and there's absolutely been no water in here since we stopped watering last year, which is really interesting because the rhubarb has decided to grow. At least I think it's a rhubarb. We're not going to take a bite of it until we're 100% positive. As I wander over here, we can look at our grapes. Our grapevines have been kind of slowly running along. Same thing with no watering. We got our sun house, which has obviously got nothing going on in it. I got to go through and clean it. But if we come out here to the orchard, aka the orchard, our main growing space, we got some cabbages that are coming back this year. Obviously we got our raspberry, which is right here. We have our peaches. So this peach tree and this peach tree have a very interesting life story. I used to work at a garden center where we used to plant trees and plants. And at the end of the season, anything that didn't sell, they would throw away. So out of, I think 5 or 6 of them that I had, they were dead. I brought them home because you were allowed to at that point. And I put them in my yard, and they did nothing for like 2 years, easily 2 or 3 years. And last year and the year before, they flowered. Last year we had some peaches, but unfortunately the birds and the ants got to them beforehand. But this year, hopefully, we can get some peaches. Look how beautiful they are, and they smell like nothing. Anyway, so we also have another tree that we have growing inside the orchard as well. The planes wait till I fucking start recording. We have an apple tree that's going over there. The bags that are down here are for our potatoes. These trays that are full of nothingness are coming out of here. In case you're wondering what that is, that's crimson and clover. I would like to put crimson and clover in here because it's a beautiful flower. and it gets rid of the weeds, or is what you think. So there's a lot to be getting done in here for one person, but you know, it is what it is, and I enjoy doing it, so it's fun. Some weird way. I got 2 greenhouses I got to do, and we call this the orchard. And in case you see that back there, the little, looks like oh, what do they call it? I forget what they call it, but that's actually called hairy vetch that's growing back there, that's coming back, which is pretty cool. So we got a raspberry over there, one of our raspberries, and then this one over here you guys are looking at right here, this little guy here is a blueberry. So it's gonna be fun. And this is a catnip plant. It dies and comes back every year. I've had this plant probably since I was like, oh my god, I mean, this is like 3 houses ago when I was a kid. I've had this for a long time, and it comes back every year, and you can actually see all the leaves on it. It'll come back bigger and bigger, so I gotta like cut it back. And it's, what's cool about it is you could use it for catnip, but it also works very great with dealing with mosquitoes. So if you're like out in the garden and mosquitoes are bothering you, just grab a couple leaves, rub it on your body, and mosquitoes are like, nope, not interested. So I've never had that issue with mosquitoes. Hello, Mr. Camera. Watches over the garden along with the owls. A lot of vines we got to take off that came up through the winter. You can see the rest of the crimson and clover that's growing through there, which is going to be great. Got some down here. We're going to get rid of all the weeds, because to the right of the crimson and clover, those are weeds, and the crimson and clover will just go through and just eat them out. And then over there, in case you were wondering what those little fanny guys are, those guys are actually carrots that are actually surviving through the winter, which is really freaking awesome. So those are carrots that are down there. So in case you guys are like wondering, like, hey, you know, if I plant stuff and I don't do anything about it, like, what will happen? The problem with raspberries, as you can see, like, they're literally just coming in to this bed, and they're also going that way. So I'm gonna probably have to really try to dig them up. And putting the raspberry bush this close to the bed is going to be a problem, because they got a lot of thorns on them. So I really don't want to lose this bed to the raspberries. So it's going to be a real big tackle this year, is just kind of trying to push it back, which is going to be very interesting, because I hate thorns, obviously. But look at my carrots. My carrots are growing. My cabbages are growing, that came from last year. So we got a lot of good potential coming into this year. Hope you guys like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Show you guys my compost barrels. And I also got a lot of leaves I got to suck up with my lawnmower. It's going to be really exciting. And a tree I really can't get rid of. So in the compost barrels, you can see there's really not much going on. I mean, they are warm. Let's see if we can yank this guy back, just to open them up. So you can see what's going on inside. Uh-oh, don't do that. Whew, that stinks. And these things will freaking, oh man, these things will be horrible. They will smell so bad. But what's great about it is it's whole plant material. It's all kitchen scraps. And also too is like when I pick up my leaves, you know, I dump all my grass clippings and my leaves right here, and you would never know. The tarp actually I gotta put away. That's been sitting there since way too long. I was doing something, and then winter storm came, and tarp has sat there ever since. But all my grass clippings and all my leaves have sat right here after I take them up with my lawnmower, and they just go straight down into the ground. So bagging them is stupid, honestly. Looks like with one of the windstorms, one of our spools have come off. So there's a lot of maintenance out here that's got to get done. There's a lot of cutting, a lot of cleaning, a lot of raking, a lot of leaf removal, but hope you guys stay tuned. It's Mike over here at Growtopia. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Get out there and grow something. Don't sit at home and just wait for it to come to you. Anyway, this is Mike. I'm out.